Hey guys, I'm gonna show you guys a little build I've got set up for Moze that isn't the run-of-the-mill grenade spamming build. This is more of a gun-focused build. This build is pretty flexible. You can use pretty much whatever weapons you want with it, but it favors weapons with a high magazine capacity. Obviously, stuff like the Lyuda, the laser exploder, the flacker are really good weapons for this build. The build is going to make it so you essentially never have to reload. You'll be tanky and still do a decent amount of damage. So first, let's go over the skill points. Bottomless mags is going to be our main tree for the insane amount of ammo regen. First, we're going to put 5 points in the Cloud of Lead. This is going to give us a free bullet every 4 shots essentially and incendiary damage. 3 points into Matched Set. This is just going to give us a bit of magazine bonus whenever we're stacking weapons. 3 points into Stoke the Embers for increased incendiary damage. 1 point into Redistribution for nice ammo regen on critical hit. This is going to stack with Forge later on. I put 1 point into Scrappy just because I had a leftover point. It's not essential. You can put it wherever you want. Russian Offensive is also an optional skill. You really don't need it. I just like it because I think it's fun to run around and shoot shit. Scorching RPMs is a huge DPS boost that we've got. We'll want to max that out as fast as possible. 5 out of 5 into Iron Banks for the big magazine size increase. Click Click is a big DPS gain, 36% gun damage. You can kind of manipulate that so you're always at the bottom of your mag and constantly regenning, but that takes a little bit of practice. Summon for the Road is a nice skill. You can do some neat stuff with it. I'll show you that later on. And then finally, Forge is going to be really nice to have. 5% of ammo regen a second of the magazine. That's going to stack with Redistribution, which is going to be nice. Next, Shield of Retribution is where a lot of our DPS and survivability comes from. So you're going to start off by putting 5 points into Armored Infantry. This will give us a little bit of DPS and some added survivability with the damage reduction. I put 1 point into Drowning in Brass just to have the kill skill. It's not essential at all. Then 3 points into Thin Red Line. This is 100% one of the most important skills that will synergize with another skill later on. 5 points into Vladov Ingenuity. Excuse me. This is good for survivability. Gives us a ton of max shields and nearly 50% shock resistance, which is really good. I'm sure you guys know that shields are weak to shock, so it's very important. 1 point into Full Can of Whoop Ass. This is nice if you need an oh shit button and you need to regen your shields. So it's a nice point. It's also nice if you're playing multiplayer. 1 point to Experimental Munition. This will stack with the increased incendiary damage we got from the Bottomless mag tree. And then finally, max out Desperate Measures. This skill is really, it's just nuts. Like, it gives us gun damage depending on how low our HP is, and it's really good because we're always low on HP, and it synergizes really well with Thin Red Line. Then next, we can go into gear. Lyuda, obviously, main source of DPS for most bosses, especially Grave Ward, because his crit's just so easy to hit. Other 3 weapons aren't super important. I just say try to get matching manufacturers for the magazine bonus. So for, in this case, a bunch of Vladovs. The shield I'm running is the Rerouter. It's just an amp shield. I only use it when I'm farming bosses. For general purpose PvE, I'd probably recommend running like the Recharger, which is really nice because all of our survivability comes from having a big shield, so constantly regenning that shield all the time, instantly recharging when broken, super good. Transform is a nice shield, and Stopcap's also pretty nice. Class mod I'm running is Fortified Tenacious Bloodletter. This can be interchanged. It's not essential. It's good. I use it because it gives me some bonus weapon damage, mag size, and gives me Phalanx Doctrine. That's pretty much it. You can swap that out if you find a better class mod. The grenade isn't really important. I just throw on a firestorm or a storm front depending on what you're fighting. Not the most important thing. Now, for the artifact, I'm running Deathless Artifact, just because it gives me a ridiculous shield capacity. It's not the best for damage, but if you wanted to opt for something that had a little bit more damage, the Grave would be a really good option, because it gives you 20% weapon damage when you're below 20% HP, which obviously synergizes really well, because we're always below 20% HP, and gives you some splash damage when you're below 5%, which kind of hard to do, not gonna lie. If you're not running Deathless, it's gonna be hard to get below 5%. That's pretty much it. Now I guess I'll show you guys a Grave Ward run to show you the effectiveness of the build. The modifiers are sniper damage, so that's gonna help out a little bit, but I'll do the run now. I mean, as you can see, I mean, the build slaps. It fucking slaps, okay? It's a solid build. I mean, never having to reload, super nice. A lot of survivability. I mean, that's pretty much it. Check out the loot we got. Nice Maggie. Devastator. Pretty shit. Yeah, I mean, that's literally all it is to the build. It's not hard to set up. It's pretty flexible. I mean, you need a few different weapons, I guess. But other than that, super easy build. Another solid weapon is the Dictator, if you can get your hands on this. Because, I mean, shoots 6 shots normally. And then when you use the stabilizer, it goes up to 12. So if you can get in close to a boss, like, I don't remember the name, the first boss that we fight, the first vault boss, if you get up close to him, all those 12 shots, it just completely melts him. So this is another solid weapon to use. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care. Alright, here's a neat little trick you can do with Some for the Road. So essentially all you need to do is just go into your mech, leave the mech immediately, infinite ammo for 5 seconds. Which is super solid. I mean, it works for pretty much any weapon. That's pretty much it. Yeah.